guys. It is 8:42 a.m. on Wednesday, the 106th day I'm doing this. This is your daily dose of hope. And last night, I'm really proud of myself. I know it was before 10 p.m., but I turned on that meditation. I actually did one about chakras, like your energy. And I slept, I think, till 5:30 this morning. I'm so grateful. And I woke up and I wasn't feeling the best. But you know what I reminded myself? Because self-talk is everything. I said, well, let's think about this for half a second, right? You haven't drank water all night, right? Like you just woke up. You're still working to change the programming, right? So it actually makes sense that you don't feel amazing the second you wake up. But there's tools you can use. So then I did 2 meditations, 3 tappings, and I posted in my Facebook group. And I'm just so excited because I'm going to start hosting live body doubling sessions. And I'm going to start on Monday, I believe. And I'm really excited because, especially if you have ADHD, trauma, people trying to keep you down, this is a way to fight back, basically, but in a productive, effective, and fun way, right? So today's quote, and it's 8:44 right now, so yeah, speaking the truth. Today's quote says, "Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light." And it says Dumbledore, which is cool because my daughter loves Harry Potter. I think that's Harry Potter. And here's my caveat with this. First, I want you to see if there's something you can do about the situation. Because speaking from experience, sometimes these kind of quotes, whether consciously or not, keep us from making changes we actually do need to make, right? So if you're in a situation that you don't like, and there's something you can do about it, you deserve to do what you can do, is my point. So just keep that in mind. Because, like I said, the other one that's like bloom where you're planted, depends, right? Because we're actually humans, so sometimes we can change our soil, And that's what we need in order to build confidence and self-worth and self-esteem, is to feel like we have agency, feel like there's something we can do, right? So this morning I've done my sun salutation, my jumping jacks, my push-ups, my crunches. I, did my puzzle process, hung out with my daughter, took a shower, right? Like I'm doing a lot to even possibly get in the state that I want to be in, because I deserve to be happy, and you do too. And there's lots of natural things you can do that I can show you, in the group, in the body doubling. So the format of the body doubling will be the first 5 minutes or so is just so people can come in. And then I'm going to lead you through a nervous system regulating exercise so that your nervous system feels safe. So then if you think about the hierarchy of needs, when safety is met, now we can ascend to the next level, right? And the ego, trauma, it's going to say, 15 minutes isn't going to make a difference, right? It's going to try to convince you of that. And you can say, I understand, but we're going anyway. We're going to do it anyway. Because you and I know, right? Like your wise self knows, if you make consistent progress in 15-minute increments in a safe environment, you are going to make progress. Like that's how it works. If you think of a very practical example, if you want to read, but you just feel like I can't concentrate, I can't find time, that type of thing, but you really want to read, you can come to it. You can tell yourself for 15 minutes, I'm going to handle the timing, I'm going to handle everything, right? For 15 minutes, you're going to read, and that's going to go from, I want to start this habit, but I can't, to I am doing the habit, right? So then you go from I can't and what's wrong with me that I can't and all the, the draining you spiraling down, and we start to spiral up, and we build that momentum. And anything you hear about business, success, anything, because I do a lot of research constantly because I'm a lifelong learner, I like to. That is what it's all about, is building that momentum. But not everybody has natural supports, right? When someone's like, oh, I just have a friend come over for a couple hours. Well, maybe you don't have that. This provides that. This provides that from someone who is living it and seeing the difference, you know? It's been an absolute, truly game changer for me. And I want to share it with people because I want your nervous system to see that you are safe to start. You are safe to start. And when you get that elephant, that puppy on board, you're unstoppable, right? So I think of it like I have an image of going into a body of water. And, instead of having to dive in, instead of having to jump in and shock your system with cold water, right? It's like the beach, those pools where there's like that beach entry, like zero resistance to entry. You're just standing there and all of a sudden the water is on you, but it's really shallow, right? You can take a step. And that step, when we celebrate it, will lead to another step. And if you keep doing that, you see how success is inevitable. It really is. You also need to reframe what success means. I want you to think of it like success is progress. So if you're in bed right now and you join the group, and in those 15 minutes you get out of bed, that is a success. And I'm not going to let you downplay it because it's the truth, right? No more wasted days. No more days where you feel bad about yourself, so then you don't take any action, which just reinforces that you feel bad about yourself, right? We're breaking that. Because what creates momentum and success is action. We all know that. This is a safe container to start taking that action. So anyway, I love you guys. I'm really excited because I'm doing this. I'm doing my Post-it system, and I'm building that momentum for myself in the midst of kind of, a lot going on. But it's like, this is the second day in a row where I started having a flashback, and I was like, what can I do about it though? And I'm like, I can do a push-up, right? Like, we can fight back in a way that honors ourselves and helps ourselves, right? So anyway, just wanted to share that. I have a meeting, or I have a phone call in 10 minutes. But I'm super duper excited, and I comment below if you're, interested in, attending it, so that I can forward that information and get everything organized. But I'm going to be there, and I'm going to most likely, I'm probably going to work on meal planning or something. It can work for almost anything, right? It can work for, if you have a hard time like I do, resting, you can lay down during it, right? It's just this pocket of time that you're carving out to prove to yourself you do have the time, and with the right support, you can be successful. And that's what I want to provide, okay? All right. Love you guys. Have a great day.